Feed me. Feed me more. Feed me more.
Good evening. Happy Friday, ladies and gentlemen. The big guy Ryback here with Feed Me More Nutrition. Talk some supplements, health, and fitness, and give you guys a cool little, where are we at here? Less than 3 hours. A little flash sale tonight that if you're thinking about purchasing the supplements, we're going to give you a little cool discount tonight to save actually $15 off of your order. All you got to do is spend $50 or more on feedmemore.com. Use discount code 15OFF, 15 off at checkout. Get $15 off your order. Minimum requirement of $50 or more on feedmemore.com. It's in the description. It'll be in the comments after the video as well. And just hang out and talk to you guys for a little bit. Also, with your orders for February, guys, we're giving you a free Feed Me More Nutrition face mask here, and also a Feed Me More Nutrition workout towel as well. We are hooking you up. Guys, this stuff is all high-quality items, and just my way of giving back, enticing you guys to try the supplements, because I'm a big believer. If you try them, you're going to love them, and because I love them. And we have a lot of customers that love them as we continue to grow and expand. And I like doing these cool little sales several times, 2-3 times during the week, as I've said before, because one, it helps us out. It increases our sales. It also puts my supplement in more people's hands, increasing our customer base and our reach as we continue to grow. Make a Mexican face mask. That's, I don't know if the feedback would be, I feel like people would feel I would have to make face masks for everyone if we do that, which is why we just do the Feed Me More Nutrition face mask. Happy birthday. Good to see all of you guys. Thank you for joining me tonight. We have some things in the works here. I'm actually in the process of getting our brain feed formula. We've had a little bit of issues with Amazon, not out of the norm. If you've followed me, and Amazon is a little difficult at times. So we had to make a few adjustments on things, and I had to recreate a new product page. They're a very special bunch of people there. And if you're a seller on Amazon, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Luckily, I don't sell on there anymore. I got resellers. I pulled all my stuff. I couldn't deal with them anymore. I mean, it was hours out of the day oftentimes. And I like shopping on Amazon. Selling on there, I'll save it to save it for the other people. But the brain feed is going to be listed on there. I'm actually got to do more reorders here to wrap up the night right after this. And our 1-2-3 muscle joint tendon formula is being made right now. It's shipping out to fulfillment Monday or Tuesday at the latest. So it will be to fulfillment by the end of the week, next week. And all your orders for the 1-2-3 muscle joint tendon formula will be getting shipped out very, very soon. Thank you for your patience. We had it updated to February 15th. It's going to be prior. It looks like it's going to be prior to that, just by a few days. So good to see all of you guys. Hey, buddy, let's not do the spam. You're going to go in timeout. Let's just have a good time, man. You don't need to. We're here to talk a little bit of supplements, health, and fitness, answer some questions. No need to spam the chat, guys. Honest, hardworking people here that just want their questions answered. No, you guys, just ask normal questions. Man, it's still good to see you. Happy Friday evening. Hope everyone's having a good time. Man of Steel, you definitely Man of Steel are top of the list. Good to see all the wrestling fans in here tonight. Thank you. Let's see. Matt says, "Is the Shell Shock Fat Bruner worth it?" I know you meant burner. Can I just take some apple cider vinegar pills? Sell me on it, big man. Absolutely, you could take apple cider vinegar pills, or you could go and get the actual bottle of apple cider vinegar. I used to do that. It doesn't taste great, but if you're determined, you can take that all day long. The problem with this Matt Kubel is you're missing out on all the other fine ingredients that we give you with Feed Me More Nutrition Shell Shock Extreme Fat Burner. What are those ingredients, you ask? Cool cayenne, ginger, so that the ginger with the cayenne pepper doesn't burn your stomach on that. Acai berry, L-carnitine, green coffee bean, green matcha green tea. What else do we have in there? Big guy, a small amount of caffeine. We have Asian ginseng on there. We actually, the amount of ingredients we are giving you, if you were to buy those ingredients at the dosages that we have on our formula for $34.99, Matt, you would spend well over $100, $120 to $130 to be exact, unless some cheaper stuff came out based off our calculations to get all the ingredients at the dosages provided in Shell Shock Extreme Fat Burner. That I should be charging at least double what I do for that product. It is that good. Yes, you could take apple cider vinegar pills. Nothing wrong with that. I think that would be a good investment. But for what you're going to spend on that, I would say go all in and get the Shell Shock Extreme Fat Burner. Years of trial and error for me to get that formula to what it was. And I'm telling you, it is well worth it. If you do the work and you add that into your diet and you don't eat like an asshole, and by eat out like an asshole, I mean like you go all day and you do like pretty good, then at night you're like, oh, fuck it, I'm going to eat McDonald's like a pig. And then you like get $20 at McDonald's or Taco Bell, and you're like, oh, I'm gonna have a 6-pack with it because I'm taking the Shell Shock Extreme Fat Burner. As long as you don't do that, Matt, you're gonna lose weight with the Shell Shock Extreme Fat Burner, and you're gonna be happy. And I would say give it, honestly, I would like to see you do a 3 or 4 month run with it. And if you commit and go all in with it, you'll get far better results than you would with just apple cider vinegar pills. But I will say, apple cider vinegar pills are great. It's just one part of Shell Shock Extreme Fat Burner, though, man. Can't write this. It's facts. This is my brand. Like I live this. I'm very passionate about this. I'm not like these other Joe Schmoes out there, these steroid bodybuilders that go, oh, my bodybuilding career is done after I got done sticking myself all damn day for 15, 20, 30 years. Now I gotta make money peddling this bullshit. I've been making this shit since I was in my 20s. This is all I do. This is me. I read, I learn, I grow, I evolve. Yeah, you might look at me and you go, the big guy Ryback, CM Punk says he's a steroid freak. A little jealousy and insecurity, maybe. Maybe the guy's been working out since he's 11 and 12. Maybe he was dealt a solid hand on the genetic side of things with a passion for health and fitness. I mean, I've consistently held myself together, even needing a 5-disc fusion and shoulder replacement. If there was ever a period where I was going to get out of shape and let myself go, it would have happened the last 5 years. Instead, I've held myself together. I'm Benjamin Button of pro wrestling. I haven't aged. I'm full vegan now. Matt, Shell Shock Extreme Fat Burner. Don't be an asshole. How would you guys rate that sell? Let's get a little feedback here on the sell. How did I do, Matt? I would appreciate your feedback too, Matt, obviously. I'm going to get to that. That's a good question right there, but I want to get a little feedback. Hold on. That wasn't the question. You're fake. Okay, I'm fake. Okay, that's not the question. Damn it, I don't want these. I want the good question. Out of 10, guys, on selling, 1 out of 10 out of selling the Shell Shock Fat Burner. Give me honest feedback here. I'm not all natural. I'm on TRT, HRT, but that's in the natural ranges. So there's debates on if that's natural or not. My product is on feedmemore.com in India, my man. We ship worldwide, $34.99. Some of the best shipping rates of all the stuff. If I could be a little bit of Mr. Trump here for a minute, we have the best shipping rates, the greatest shipping rates. Our shipping rates are fantastic. You're not going to get a better rate. We give you the deals, all the deals. Feedmemore.com, free face mask, free workout towel, $15 off using code 15 off. We're giving you everything. I give you everything. I did everything. I give you the hair, the shirt off my back. Sold it like Ziggler. Greatest comment ever. Matt, I appreciate that. That's a hell of a sell. I was flipping and flopping maybe a little too much, but that's a hell of a sell. There's the question, champ. Thank you, champion. How long will I notice a difference in my numbers taking the testosterone booster? I would say take it for 4 to 6 weeks before getting tested. Honestly, if you can go closer to 8 weeks, but I think if you get to that 4 to 6 week range, 4 to 6 week range, you're going to see a good increase in the numbers. I just, like I said, ideally and I don't want to say the longer you're on it, like I think there's in that window, that 6 to 8, 10 weeks is where you're going to see the big peak jump. With that, you want to get time to get it in your system, to get everything moving and increasing. It's not you don't want to take it for a week and like, oh my God, I'm going to go see it. You're going to be feeling better. Give it time. If you want to just do a bottle, you're going to see an increase. I'm telling you right now. Like there's nobody that has not seen an increase that's gotten tested. So I'm very, very confident in the formula. And I'll tell you what, you do 8 to 12 weeks. You do blood work prior, total testosterone, free testosterone, get your estrogen checked as well. And then you test at the end of 8 weeks or the end of 12 weeks. If those numbers, if you're not satisfied with your numbers, you personally contact me and I'll refund you your money. There you go. I know the line. We're going to put you in timeout. I know the line. I know the line with Kane, guys. We're going to put you in timeout just for repeating the spamming in the chat. I can't wait to get the vegan protein powder out as well, guys. That order is in. Alto Super Chat says, will the fat burner work the same even if I only do an hour on the treadmill a day? Absolutely. That's going to help it. And I think that's fantastic. That's if you're consistent like that and you're taking the Shell Shock Extreme Fat Burner and your diet, you're not eating like an asshole. As far as what I mean by that is, oh, I'm taking a fat burner. I can get away having, going in and getting the everything off the dollar menu at Taco Bell every night. As long as your calories are consistent with losing weight and your dieting and adding that in, it's going to increase your results. But I will say I have friends and people, they tell me, they go, it's just human. We all do it. And they go, I know I'm taking it. He know it works. He's a big fan of it. He'll eat a little worse on it. And he'll go, but I don't get any fatter. And he goes, I know it's working. So it's it depends. You can do that. But it's just, I say, if you're going to do it, go all in. But if you're a foodie and you're going to, you're going to foodie, I get it. Clenbuterol is not good. Clenbuterol is horrible for your heart. So, you can, does clenbuterol burn body fat? Yeah. But health first. You're sacrificing your health doing that. Thank you, India. I love you too, but I'm putting you in timeout just because you're spamming the chat. Okay, you're getting put in this. Just for saying Ryback versus Goldberg and misspelling my name, where do you go? I was going to put you in timeout. Yeah, a lot of people come here to ruin the good time because it's, God forbid, we just talk about life and getting better. New member, The Heel has become a YouTube member. Welcome to the Rybackers, The Heel. Everybody welcome him. Great question, Jolly James. What is the overall benefit of deadlifting? Does it work the entire body and build core strength? Yes. Um, there's a lot of debate on this. And, you know, I, as far as powerlifting goes, see, I think if you incorporate deadlifts into your program and you are just solely focused on getting the benefits of them, strengthening overall strengthening of the body core strength, in which there's other exercises that you can do as well for that, and you don't particularly care, you're not ego lifting, and you don't really care about your overall max number. I think that I think you could do those for the rest of your life. I think the problem comes in, and oftentimes for athletes and competitors, and this is something I deal with, and with wrestling, I adjusted my training a lot. You got to know when to pull back, and just to live in that. There's actually not even a difference if I only deadlifted 315 for high reps for the rest of my life. It's probably not any different if I was doing 700 or 800 pounds, with the exception of I'm probably saving my body a lot of stress. Now, every once in a while, you build up and you do some heavier lifting, yes, and that's just throwing numbers out there. But I do think, and you see it with a lot of elite lifters and people, that it does a lot of damage to your body, because there's just so much the human body could take, and these people push themselves. They're tremendous individuals, but it depends what your goals are. If you're not trying to be the world's strongest man, and you're just lifting for the overall health benefits, I think they're extremely beneficial doing them the proper way and not going crazy on the ego lifting. If you want to test yourself, though, I think that's fine. And I think doing it can be done. I think that can be done safely still. I just think you got to know when you train for something and then you got to pull back. And it's different too, training for something just to do something one time, just for own personal satisfaction. And then, but I do think they're very beneficial, and I keep them in my lifting, and especially in getting myself healed. And I've not gone overly crazy on them. With ever since my back has been better, I still don't. When I say overly crazy, like I feel lift within the 500s, that 500 range, 550 safely, and not overly put myself in jeopardy. Good to see you guys. Never a joke, guys, to make fun of people passing away. I hope you guys do not make jokes about stuff like that. That's never a cool thing. Just for attention, don't. It's horrible karma uh, towards yourself doing that. All right, the guy's back. So we're gonna go ahead, and you didn't learn from getting put in timeout, so you got blocked. I'm sorry, bud. Happy birthday. Don't be stupid, guys. Mike, good question. Also, guys, $15 off Feed Me More Nutrition tonight on feedmemore.com. All you got to do is spend $50 or more. Use discount code 15OFF, 15 off on feedmemore.com until midnight Pacific. Have you done any research into vegan dog food and if it's safe for long-term health? I've gotten conflicting results when trying to research it on my own. Yeah, so I've seen some of the dogs that have lived the longest have actually been on vegan diets. Dogs are carnivores, though. So, and what I've done is I've actually started buying Sophie and little guy plant-based wet food, right? Vegan wet food. But we also we do vegetables and either turkey or chicken and process it in a food processor. so that they get all their vitamins from the canned food. And sometimes I'll still do the dry food with it, with the mixed processed food. And they love it, and they've been doing very well off of that. I had them on a full vegan diet for a while. They were fine. They weren't as excited about the food, to be honest. They love, we have bowls of chicken for them. They love their little chicken snacks and things like that. I give them real food. It is, like the thing with being vegan too, and it's a human thing, and the research, and I think we have a choice, right? We have a choice, and I don't think eating meat every once in a while or that stuff is necessarily bad. I think the way that we consume it is very bad, in the amounts that we've been sold on it. Animals are different. Animals kill animals all the time. That's human nature. It's life, right? We have a choice though, and we're also torturing animals with factory farming, and we're doing it for profit for these big businesses in a really shitty, horrific way. So with dogs, I think it's dependent on the dog, and I think research, though, from what I've seen with certain dogs, have lived a long time, far past what they should have lived. So again, I think that it can be done, and I think it can be done safely, and I think they will thrive and benefit from it. But I do know also dogs are carnivores. So, little Sophie, though, let's be honest, little Sophie out in the wild, little Sophie's not killing very many things. Sophie's probably eating plants and hiding to save her life. So, in which she was a little more open to the vegan food than little guy. Little guy would probably eat some birds and things of that nature. So it is, I think you got to play around with it. And ultimately, at the end of the day, feed your dog what they're going to eat and what they feel best on. Who that is? Who that? Yo, Rob is. What are your thoughts on stretching? How long should a stretching session last? And do you find stretching useful personally within your own workout regimen? I ask just because I've seen some people stretch for about 20, 30 minutes. Then I've seen others stretch for a couple hours. I'm just looking for some insight. This is a great question. I'm kind of anti-stretching now. I think I feel better now, and I've noticed my flexibility is actually better than when I was stretching all the time, not stretching, going full vegan, because the inflammation in my body is gone. Now, could my stretching I could increase my flexibility through stretching. I've worked with enough people with my injuries and things. I think it's dependent on what you're doing in life. I think if you work at Cirque du Soleil and you need to be very flexible and just your muscles need to be pliable and you need to be able to get positions for a job, or just say you just like stretching, great. It's not what anybody chooses to do is their personal choice. I found I was wasting my time. It did not benefit me at all. It was hurting me further, creating instability when I needed stability. You get stability by strengthening and tightening. And I look at when a lot of my problems started, and it was when I started doing DDPY yoga, actually. My problems started really, really getting bad. And I would stretch and I would do 45, 60 minutes, and I would be even worse the next day. And then you do it and you get flexible for a little bit and you tighten right back up. Whereas now I'm just flexible all the time. I changed my diet and I stopped doing all that. I think it depends on the person and their injuries and what they're trying to do. But I'm a big believer in actually strengthening the body through the core. And I think some of those movements and things, I think they're fantastic. I just found I was wasting my time. And I used to do that in changing my diet and actually doing these other things have given me far greater results. Also, if you're stretching for 2 hours a day and there's nothing you need to be that flexible for, man, unless you just love the satisfaction of just stretching, see, that's different. I never really, I didn't enjoy it too, because I was always so tight. Where now I'm so much, sometimes I go I'll do my little groin. I'm big on active warm-ups and things, but I'll do this groin stretch and I get loose so quick. where it was like, man, I used to have to do this forever. So I think diet plays a big role in that as well. Job specific, though. I think it's job specific and again, personal. If somebody likes stretching, they like stretching. I'm not. I can just say I'm not a big, like, huge fan of it. And I know there were wrestlers and guys that didn't have hardly any injuries that never stretched their whole career. The true fact, by the way. And I always wondered. I go, man, it's there's something to that. I think diet plays a big role in that. Thank you guys for joining me here. Absolutely. Many factors, many factors. At the end of the day, you got to do what you think is going to benefit you the most, right? Maybe that's doing 10 to 15 minutes. Maybe it's not. I don't, at the end of the day, all we could do is do what is best for us individually. And that doesn't mean what other people are doing is wrong. It's what they're doing is what they feel is best for them individually. And we just got to respect that because it's just wasting our time not. I see, yeah, Justin, I see people. I never knew stretching was that big of a thing. I see people in my gym. I think stretching, I see a lot of people stretching at the gym now, way more than I ever used to. So, but I'm telling you, I really think diet, and I think the people that inflammation is in an all-time high with meat and dairy consumption. So everybody's tight, far tighter, and they're eating all this shit, all the antibiotics and all this stuff, and they think they need to stretch. And I'm telling you, it's diet. It's diet. It's diet. It's diet. Going full vegan has completely changed my life on just how good you can feel, how much energy you can have. And once you learn the protein foods, I just had a meal that had 8 grams of fat. I take it back, and I had the coconut oil, 22 grams of fat in it because of the coconut oil, and over 105 grams of protein. Very low carbs. A little bit of carbs from the green beans, a little bit of carbs barely in the olives, a little bit of squash, a little bit of kale. Super low carb. Not hard at all to get high protein on a vegan diet. Once you learn the foods, I'm telling you, and they're coming out with more and more things, using things like seitan and wheat gluten. Seitan, which is a wheat gluten, which is just pure protein. And it has the chicken I ate tonight tastes like chicken. It's that good, guys. The stuff they are doing, and it's all plant ingredients. So a good way to start a plant-based diet is just trying to go one day a week. Try to make it one day and see. You got to look at your condiments, everything. They make all this stuff. I'm telling you, once you do it, you will be super comfortable within 4 weeks, probably sooner. It's just, I remember when I took it on, I just remember thinking like, oh my God, like everything has dairy in it. And then once you see, now there's so many vegan options, you just got to start learning. And don't hold yourself. If you have some dairy, don't beat yourself up. It's not the end of the world. I did a video, whatever it was, a few weeks ago, a month ago. I didn't realize they put cheese on my Impossible, my Beyond Burger. I'm doing a Ryback TV video. I ate like half the burger with the cheese on it. I didn't be like, oh my God, I ate dairy. I'm not a vegan anymore. And then go out and like just go eat 100 chicken wings and like I got to go back to meat. Like I just stay the course. Like okay, that was that. And it's not. I don't hate it. I like it. It's just I'm not. I like the health benefits of not eating it. So. Love Kenny Omega. Think he's absolutely amazing in the ring. We would do great things together. Yeah, cussing's not bad, guys. Cussing in the wrong situations can be bad. Absolutely. And I get it. Some people say, well, you got kids watching you and things of that nature. And I go, well, if I lived my life saying, well, kids are watching me all the time, I wouldn't do anything. And I think maybe we should just be honest with kids and have honest conversations with them. They're smarter than most adults. So it's, that's my 2 cents. They're just words, and you teach them that they're words and that there are more harmful words than others, and words that they don't use in situations, and words they don't use in general, right? And that the other, you know your audience. And if you're sitting in your own home and you want to have an honest conversation, I think cussing is a sign of honesty in a lot of ways too. Now, I do think there's people that are not maybe as intelligent that just cuss to cuss. And I think there's levels to anything. You can't just stereotype one thing. Gary Vee, I look up to Gary a lot. I love Gary Vee, Gary Vaynerchuk. He cusses a lot. Gary's a very honest man, very straightforward. I think me and Gary are a lot alike. I look forward to actually being on the stage with him here very, very, very soon. And we have very similar mindsets and philosophies, I feel like. Different people altogether, but similar in certain ways. And he's kind of the same way with his language. It's not to say, like, if I go give a speech to a group of elementary school kids, I'm not cussing in that speech, guys. Maybe a cuss word slips out here or there. In the general, though, I'm not cussing. I know that I'm not cussing at that audience, right? It's just because just in that environment, in that setting. It's just, you just know your audience and that. But again, the comfort of my own home, talking, and I'm selling supplements for people 18 and up. So, is it possible kids are going to go in here? Oh my God, Ryback, mom said, fuck. Well, you got to have an honest conversation with your child and explain to them that, look, it's just a word at the end of the day, little Frank. And that as long as you don't use it in a derogatory way to belittle somebody, like you little fuckhead, right? There's levels to all this. Their kids are pretty smart. And by the way, they cuss anyways. We all did. Who the fuck are we kidding? Right? I was told I wasn't allowed to cuss. I cussed with my friends all the time when I was little. I wasn't the fucking only one. I know that's for goddamn sure. Quinn, I literally read. I've got so many books upstairs, and I go through so many audiobooks. I go through 2 or 3 books a week, at least. I had a conversation with Vince McMahon about this when me and Kevin Owens did that really sweet program with the IC title, and we did the little thing with the secret book. And I remember Vince was just like, and he's not wrong on this. And he was like a little skeptical on wanting to bring like books into the program. And I go, but the book changed my life. And I go, I want to do an honest promo, which is probably one of my more, I feel my best promo, because it was the most heartfelt. It was the most real thing I've ever done in pro wrestling. And it actually helped a lot of people. But like Vince, because most people they look at you and they can't comprehend that, right? I get it. There's just a Neanderthal looking beast that's hungry, that wants to kill people. Cool. That's what sells. I get it. But like, I'm also like, well, if you just tell people how you are over a long enough period of time, and that also that same killer, that when you're in a fight situation, like people will adapt eventually, and it's being real and honest. So it's not my job though to get people to understand me. I'm just me. There's a lot of people. What's going on? We're getting a lot of people baiting. We're gonna have to start blocking. I'm just gonna give you guys a warning on these sorts of videos where you guys start fishing for like dirt sheet headline things. You're gonna get blocked. We're not playing your little games. Good to see you guys. We're giving you $15 off tonight on Feed Me More Nutrition on feedmemore.com. Discount code 15 off, 15 off at checkout. Just got to spend $50 or more on feedmemore.com. Get $15 off your order. Free face mask and workout towel with your orders as well, guys. We do have the final stem cells coming up, and I'm super pumped. And I'm ready. I'm ready, guys. I got a little bit of work to do. as far as, and for I know that people were going to get some wrestling stuff on here. Um, I need time to let the stem cells do their job. I just had my 2 hours of work on my shoulder today. We broke up a ton of new scar tissue. We discovered some new things. That was finding new ways to break up the scar tissue. It was almost 2 hours straight of just nonstop cracking today. Of like, I mean, it's painful. I would like to actually record some of these sessions. They're pretty intense, and I've been doing them for a long time. And it's on top of the softball that I use to break up scar tissue. And then the massage therapist even goes, she goes, it's like she's never seen anything like this, and she's been a masseuse her whole life, straight from Thailand. She is like just a miracle worker. She told me she when she first started on this, she couldn't like believe how bad and how limited I really was, even though I was way better than what I even was. I had such little, I was so restricted because everything was glued down. She goes, it's like it's been chemically altered the scar tissue, and it was from all the cortisone that WWE was pumping into my shoulder. It like crystallized everything. I'm talking everything all around, where it's like, so the muscle's just been like frozen in this chemical glue. Oh, I mean, around the tendons, around the ligaments, around the joint, everything, and it's nobody will ever understand it. I'm telling you, like she has seen everything, and she every week she's amazed. And we have to move in like rapid positions to get it to finally start breaking. And today was a great day on that. But these last stem cells are really they're giving me a mega dose. And now with my fasting and doing everything I'm doing, we're really close. I love plant-based burgers as well. Yes. I used to go to chiropractors all the time. I haven't been to one in forever. I don't think I like chiropractors. Dr. Bo Hightower is a chiropractor that does other body work things as well with cool little things. I think everything has its purpose. When I was wrestling every week, I would go to the chiropractor every week. First thing I would do when I got home after wrestling 5 days a week, before I would land in Vegas, I'd go straight to my chiropractor, then I'd go get food, and then I'd go home for a day and a half and get all my stuff done to go back on the road. But I'd go get straightened out because my hips, everything would be from all the moving and bumping and grinding, and like you get all out of whack. You're in constant pain. Now I wake up every day like this is amazing. Like I've been a wrestler my whole life. I've been in pain literally my whole adult life. So I've enjoyed the last, like getting myself to feel this good after thinking it was all over. It's pretty cool. I got to be smart about everything. Shaker bottles will be back in stock. We just ran out the other day. They'll be back in stock. They're shipping out on Friday. They told me Thursday or Friday next week. They'll be in stock Tuesday or Wednesday the following week. Started weightlifting around 11, almost 12 years old. Protein shakes in high school. Justin, wait for our ISO Hungry caramel cookie. That'll be shipping out May or sooner. The Redcon one has a strawberry, chocolate, and peanut butter. It's by far better than a lot of the other options. So, and I'm not trying to promote another supplement company because I don't like a lot of what they do, but that is one thing that they do fairly well. Shaker bottles are $14.99, but they're out of stock right now. We may have shaker bottles on Amazon though, if I'm not mistaken. I have no timeline, guys, on the wrestling. I haven't even gotten the stem cells yet. There was fake news outgoing today. I had to block some things. People already. You guys have to understand, in this business, there's a lot of negative, toxic people. I've gotten along with everybody I've met. Like, and I consider myself a solid human being. I don't put up with bullshit. I don't let people lie to me. I don't let people disrespect me. A lot of fake people have a problem with that. There's a lot of fake news out there. There's people that profit. They write fake things. People click on it. They profit. Right? There's more fake news going out. I just saw some stuff saying that Meltzer guy is saying that New Japan Pro Wrestling was interested in me, but I wanted way too much money. I haven't even talked to anybody, guys. I'm not even focused. I don't even know when I can go back yet. I have no idea when I'm even going back yet. I have to get the stem cells and I got to get back in the ring here. But like, that's just fake news somebody made up and they're making things out of, and then people will get mad and be like, that piece of shit. I don't know what to tell you guys. Like, I'm very honest and transparent. People are mad that I made what I made on the independents. Why? I was able to get it and I made it the entire time I was doing it until I stopped for Sophie. And I'm sure if I go back, I'll still be able to do a very solid amount. Like, why hate on that? Like, it's not. But, and I've told the story and I've explained that people think it's like, oh, if you don't wrestle for free, you don't love it. No, it's a business. And I've earned that right. And I'm really, really good at it. And a lot of that upsets a lot of people that don't want to believe that. So, yeah, Fly Guy Derek, we're going to put you in timeout. But the hate and negativity exists for everybody. People tell Tom Brady every day that he sucks and he should retire, guys. Right? You got to just look at everybody. People tell MMA fighters that go risk it every night how bad they suck, and they've never, ever even done an ounce of MMA training or actual fight experience in their life. Yet everybody that's in the game loves it and respects each other. And you know what I mean? It's just crazy. Spectators are always the loudest, and it's because they're usually the most miserable, the ones that are the loudest like that. New member, Lewis Perkins. Welcome, Rybacker. Lewis Perkins, thank you, brother, very much. And I greatly appreciate your support. Again, guys, we're doing $15 off tonight on feedmemore.com. Discount code 15 off. Just spend $50 or more. The workout towels, I believe, are $9.99 on the website. $9.99 or $14.99. I think they're $9.99 or $11.99. It's one of those. I can't. It might be $11.99 now that I think about it. Good to see all of you guys. Thank you for joining me here. Guys, I run. I don't have any intentions. I love being an entrepreneur and working for myself. I'm so happy in life right now. Like, I'm really, really in a good position right now. And I'm just gonna share something with you guys because Grant Cardone would say, you have a horn, toot it. And I don't like to toot my own horn. I'm gonna read you guys a message. And this is because I think a lot of people have the wrong just perception of me. This is from a woman that does my labels, that works with a company that does our labels for Feed Me More Nutrition. And her name is Misty. We were working on the ISO Hungry plant-based protein. I had to send her over the write-up for the side of it. Because we're redoing the labels from the old ISO Hungry. And she goes, she asked me a question and I answered no. She goes, got it. By the way, I think you are my favorite celebrity I work with. I mean, I only work with 4 total. I go, LOL, thank you very much. I have to ask why them. She goes, well, you're very down to earth and treat me like a real person, I guess. One celebrity was so demanding and such a diva. We did boxes for her in a week. Normally it takes 3 to 4, but hasn't paid me in 4 months. The other took our mock-up and used it on Instagram, but didn't go with us. And the third one is nice, but makes it seem like he's so much better than us. I guess you just ask me about more than just work and actually ask how I'm doing, which is super nice and goes a long ways. So thank you. That was a random message from my label person today. Now, am I a piece of shit for reading that on here? Probably. But there's so many people that think I'm like this big evil, like ego-driven piece of shit. Like, I think if you know me, I work very hard. I'm very self-driven, and I want success very badly because I have a lot of goals, and I feel like there's a lot of the wrong people that have made it. That we need some good people to make it to kind of balance things out. But again, and is there some selfishness in there? Absolutely, I'm human. Is there some probably narcissistic qualities at times? Probably human. But I feel like I'm very balanced and I'm very self-aware. And I feel like I've always said, if you've seen me, no matter if I have $1 billion or a million or 10 million or whatever, I'm, even though I've evolved and grown all along the way, and my thought process has changed on certain things. I'm pretty much the same guy that if you get my childhood friends and put us in a room, and I'm the same kind of person. I'm not like you guys, which is, and I think sometimes with wrestling, people look at me and want to hate me because they read these things, and people just want to hate. That if they were to just have the opportunity to just sit next to me and have a regular conversation, they're just like, oh fuck, we were really fucking wrong in this one. But it is what it is. I just focus on my people. And I'm not perfect by any means or anything like that, but it's just, I think there's the opposite ends of the spectrum with people on what they think. Somebody did post the other day on YouTube. There are actually two good posts. One was, I met Ryback in a grocery store in Vegas. He was a real douchebag, but he's fucking funny. And I'm just thinking, I go, I've never been like mean to anybody, but I sometimes will run into them now I haven't been to the store forever outside of natural grocers, but which I've never met anyone there outside of just hello. But I was like, man, I never was mean to anybody. I don't I don't know. I go, I'm trying to think. I go, was I what? Sometimes people will like, if you don't, like, I've had people ask for pictures and I don't feel like taking a picture. And I go, no, thank you, not right now. And I go, it's nice to meet you though. So does that make me a douchebag, or does that just make me staying true to myself because I don't feel like taking a picture? I'm not like, I don't like pictures myself. I've never asked people for pictures. So like, I don't understand it. I've always been that way. So like, it doesn't, I take pictures all the time still with that. But like, if it's an adult and I'm like, and I don't feel bad sometimes if I don't in the moment, don't feel like taking a picture. I'll say like, not right now. No, thank you. That doesn't make me an asshole. I don't think so. But someone might say that, but another guy told me too that I was fat and out of shape and I need to get back in wrestling shape. His profile picture on YouTube also, he looked like he was over 4 bills. It was literally a guy, his face. It was no joke, 350 to 400. And I go, holy shit. Like, isn't that the pot calling the kettle black? All right, we'll block him too. Getting some weirdos in here. Nope, you don't have to be vegan for the supplements to work better. And again, guys, these are just supplements. I made them vegan friendly before I was ever vegan. It just costs more money to use vegan friendly capsules and powders and things that don't have ingredients that are not vegan friendly at the end of the day. Mostly the capsules on that end. Most of the powders, all that stuff is vegan friendly anyways with a lot of those things. So it was just something I wanted to be able to sell to all people from a business standpoint. All right, we're going to end it with this. This is a good one. Let's see what we got here. For someone that's struggling to make a life transition from a poor diet, drinking, what would be your suggestion to start them in the right direction? Mindset. Happiness, not comparing yourself to other people. You gotta find something that makes you want to wake up every morning and get excited about. I don't know what your age is or in your exact situation, uh, but I do know this. Uh, Life is a very, I believe heaven and hell is our experience in this world, and it's what we choose to make it. I do believe there are a lot of things that happen that are outside of our control at times. I think my headphones went off there. Um, I think you have to find a way to make baby steps for something. You have to find something that excites you. I don't know what that something is. You need something that's going to just push you to be better, to want to improve your diet, to not drink at the levels that you're drinking. And I think that there's certain habits that you could start implementing that can start snowballing this. I think if you start working out regularly, you start putting consistent effort into the gym, whether it's an hour a day or 2 hours a day, 90 minutes a day, 30 minutes a day. I think if you just start somewhere and you go, you know what? I'm sick of the situation that I'm in. I want more. I want a little bit. I want a better life. I want to I want to find a way not to be the person that I've been in the past, and I'm not going to be too hard on myself. We got the Feed Me More Nutrition phone cases here. I'm going to find a way not to be too hard on myself and strive to make small improvements and not beat myself up too much over it. And change like this doesn't happen overnight. You're going to make mistakes. You're not just going to all of a sudden, and maybe you can. You can. I shouldn't say you can't. I don't want to limit you. But sometimes some people you get so gung ho on things, and then the first little glitch, you fall back, and you're like, well, I got to go back to that old life back altogether. No, you don't. You gotta get back on the horse. And I think sometimes we strive for like perfection, and I've been guilty of this. That if we're not perfect, it's not worth it. That's not the case. Um, you need to educate yourself. You need to listen. I think you need to fill your mind with better things. I don't know what your viewing habits are as far as TV and things of that nature. But I think if you listen to certain books, like there's a book, man, if you listen to this book by Grant Cardone, is a big time salesman, but he's living a pretty badass life. He has a book called The 10X Rule, but there's another book that I've listened to. I just listened to it 5 times in a row. I'm on 1.7x speed now. I'm increasing my time even more from 1.5, called Be Obsessed or Be Average. I think that book will really motivate you. It'll give that book, you might get pissed off listening to that book because you're going to be so upset at being average. Grant is a hustler. He's a hustler of all hustlers. And he wants it all, and I want it all. That's where Feed Me More. Like I want everything. I'm not just, and I want to be balanced in everything. It's a hungry mindset, always, but being grateful and appreciating, but it's a mindset. I think if you start filling your mind with some better stuff, I think honestly, anything by The Secret by Rhonda Byrne on a law of attraction and a positive mindset, and these people that are, I think it's all these books all kind of can tie in together where you're going to start making improvements, man. If you start filling your mind and just go on the journey, no matter where you're starting at, don't compare yourself to anybody else. I found this stuff at 25. There's kids now that have it at 5. There's kids that are growing up. They're going to achieve stuff far earlier than I did. It's amazing. It's human evolution. That's their journey. You just can only do what you can do. Don't beat yourself up too bad. Start now. Just start on the constant daily, just self-improvement, man. Cut the drinking down, man. Give yourself 1 day a week, even if it's 2 days a week. just start making little negotiation deals with yourself, little deals, and negotiate with yourself on this. And I think you'll be happy over it. And where you're at in a year, man, you'll look back and be like, holy shit, I'm glad I started this. So find something that excites you and wake up with that every day. And I really believe we have a choice in that. But a lot of people, man, life is heaven or hell on earth. It's what we, and there's things that happen outside of our control. And but we do have a choice in a way, and on how we're going to either use it to motivate us or to set us back. So that's just my opinion on that. All right, guys, thank you very much. We're wrapping up here. We're coming up to an hour. Geez. Thank you guys for joining me tonight. Again, $15 off Feed Me More Nutrition on feedmemore.com. Use discount code 15 off, 15 off. Just spend $50 or more. It's in the description, and I'll have it in the comments as well. And I thank you guys for joining me tonight. And that sale ends at midnight Pacific if you want to take advantage of it. And if not, no big deal. And I'll see you guys next time. Have a good one. Sleep well. Feed me more.